According to domesticviolencestatistics.org, which I retrieved on October 29th, 2018, every 9 seconds in the U.S., a woman is either assaulted or beaten. Domestic violence largely has a women demographic, as far as they're more associated as the victim. There are times where the man can be the victim, but I think a very high percentage of family violence actually comes from where the woman's the victim. Hopefully after this, I'll be able to give you some insight on different traits or characteristics that you'll be able to pick up and detect. That way you'll know when domestic violence may occur before it actually happens to you, and that whenever you do end up choosing a partner in life, husband or wife or anything like that, you will be able to see these coming before it's too late. Today we're going to uncover how often domestic violence happens. We're also going to discuss the 3 stages of domestic violence and the different ways that domestic violence can end for someone. Domestic violence happens every day all over the U.S. There's 3 stages, which are the tension building stage, the acute battering stage, and the honeymoon stage. According to safehorizon.org, which I retrieved on October 30th in 2018, 1 in 4 women and 1 in 7 men will experience severe family violence at some point in time in their life, initiated by their lifetime partner. It's not a game. It's not something that people make up and they just throw numbers out there to scare people. It's something that really happens to people every day, and people are seriously injured and killed over it every single day. According to HopeAllianceTexas.org, which I retrieved on the 30th of October in 2018, in 2016 there were actually 196,564 incidences reported to the police about family violence, and within those, 146 women were actually killed during 2016 as a result of family violence. So it's something that's very real, and we as police officers deal with all the time, even more than any kind of thefts or dope or anything like that. Family violence is one of the biggest things that we actually deal with on a day-to-day basis. The first stage, which I said earlier, was the tension building stage. That's where the tension between partners is building up over everyday things that you go through, like bills, lack of money, your kids, trying to get stuff situated, trying to schedule out things where you can do stuff and have time to have your relaxation time and spend time together and whatnot. The tension building stage is just getting overstressed about a lot of those type of things, and then taking it out on your partner, using verbal abuse, calling them names, cursing at them, stuff like that. The verbal abuse can be extensive and can make your partner feel underappreciated. It can make them feel like they just don't mean anything to you. Oftentimes the victim will try and avoid the actor in that situation because they're tired of the verbal abuse, so they try to stay away, and that can actually enrage the actor even more and lead to the second stage, which there's several things that could lead to the second stage, but the second stage is the battering stage, and that's where the verbal abuse has already reached its point to where he's ready to stop. He's good to go. He or she is tired of using their words, and they're ready to show you that they mean business. And that's basically whenever your partner decides that it's time to start hitting you or something like that. After the tension building phase, you come to the honeymoon phase, which is where whoever the actor is in that situation begins to feel bad about the fact that they hit you. They'll apologize. They'll make you feel like you're on top of the world, that everything they have is all thanks to you. According to Domestic Violence Roundtable.org, which I retrieved on October 20th, 2018, the entire cycle may happen in one day, but it could take up to weeks or even months for them to reach the battering stage. Domestic violence can end in several different ways, including death of the victim, death of the actor, murder, suicide. There are several different ways that everything can go bad for them. Just try and stay alert. Look for any kind of cues you can see for yourself or for any friends that you think might be going through something like that. And if you can, just go ahead and report it. So, today we've looked at how often domestic violence happens. We've discussed the 3 stages of domestic violence, and we've discussed the different ways domestic violence can end for someone. It's a very real thing. It's something that needs to stop. It's not okay. And it can be stopped if done correctly. Again, I hope that this has given you some sort of insight for your future in choosing a good partner, or at least helping you detect when you think you may be in that line of fire, or a friend or family friend may be in that same line of fire, in that same position. If you're experiencing domestic violence, you definitely need to let someone know or report it to the proper authorities of your area for your sake or for someone else's sake if they're the ones that are going through it.